Hey everybody, it's Barbara Schwartz from AccuLife. How are you today? I have been experimenting in the kitchen. It's day 24 of my AccuLife journey. It's my AccuLife, and I'm so glad to be sharing it with you guys. So I finally got, and I forgot that I didn't have it, one of my favorite things was always working with Singoda flour and being able to make Indian flatbread. And when I originally posted the recipe several years ago, I had pulled probably close to 100, not even exaggerating, websites, Indian websites, to find out how to make Indian flatbread using the Singoda flour, because I'd never used it and I knew nothing about it. And an Indian client of mine had introduced me to it, and I thought, well, this is really cool. We can actually have Indian bread, like Indian flatbread, while on AccuLife. How awesome is that? So I looked at all these websites and these recipes, and I kind of pulled them all together, and I experimented a bit in the kitchen, and the recipe that's posted on the website was the fruit of that labor. So it's kind of the culmination of me experimenting with a combination of probably somewhere between 50 and 100 websites. So anyway, if you read the recipe, I wound up it called for putting the dough in between layers of saran wrap, and I was out of plastic wrap. So my daughter would like to say hi. Hi everybody. Hi. She just finished remote learning for the day. So I didn't have any, so I wound up taking a Ziploc bag and cutting it in half and putting the dough in there to flatten it out. And it worked great. So that's how I've done it ever since, because I found it was actually, there's more, it's more solid to be able to use a Ziploc bag. It's got more structure, right? A saran wrap is all flimsy, so it was a little more structure, and it made it easier for me to work with. Then I was talking about it with one of my Indian clients in the office, and she said, what are you doing? It just pours like a pancake. You take the batter and you pour it right in the pan. And I thought, you know what? I've never tried that, so I'm going to give that a try today. So I've been experimenting all day today with also the idea of doing something sweet. So I did make my version of the recipe, and I photographed that, and I'm going to post that later on. And I did have that as part of my lunch, just a regular scallion pancake. And I had leftovers I had the garlic and oil pasta left over from Sunday. So I had that as part of my meal as well. And I tried her version of pour it, but my batter was really thick and there was no way to pour it. So I've been experimenting with different amounts of water, and I found the same recipe using 4 ounces, somewhere between 3 and 4 ounces of water is probably the way to go. It's still coming out a little sticky, but it tastes really good. So I have my most recent creation here. Let me turn it around for you. So it fell apart a little. I was taking it out of the pan, or it wouldn't flip as a whole pancake because it was a little sticky. But you can see it's actually solid now. And let's do the taste test. I haven't done that on this one. So the key on this was, while I was cooking it, putting it on a lower flame and being really patient. Because I'll tell you, it is this one is cooked well through, almost the consistency of like a potato pancake, of a potato latke. So it is moister than the other scallion pancake recipe. So again, I used on this one about 4 ounces of water, but what I found is that I made 2 separate pancakes with the same amount of batter, because otherwise it was too thick and it wasn't cooking all the way through. So this wound up being delicious. So check the recipe at the website. Look under, you can look for Singoda flour under the ingredient search, and you're gonna find Indian pancakes or Indian flatbread. And the only difference is, instead of 6 teaspoons of water, I used 4 ounces of water, and I made 2 separate pancakes. I used a very small, like an omelet pan, so this way it could take up the whole thing. I did wind up needing to use, I used avocado oil spray in the pan, and I wound up using it on the spatula as well. Using it on the spatula meant that it flipped a little bit better. It still broke up. I probably didn't let it cook long enough, so I lowered the flame and then just let it cook longer, and then, hey, delish. So another unexpected treat, and that's it for today. I will check in again tomorrow. Oh, she wants to introduce you to one of our kitties. We have 2, they're twins. Who's this? This is Cracker. We have Cracker and Barrel. So this is Cracker. Hi, say hi, AJ. Hi, Cracker. So that's our story for today, and I will check in with you again tomorrow. Have a good one.